Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and we are out here in the garage in the middle of the night. It is 12:25, and I just got home from the range. Yeah, I did. It is a Saturday night, and I had the opportunity. My wife wasn't feeling well, so she kind of went to bed early, and she's like, just go do whatever you need. And so I went down to the gun club tonight because I got 24-hour biometric access, and I got to live in an introvert's paradise. Well, for most of it anyway, because somebody actually did show up and do some shooting, and we'll talk about that because it's kind of an interesting range story. If you've been following the Texas Gun Vault for a while, it's not really drama, but it's worth talking about. And so anyway, I just got back, and I just want to tell you what happened. I shot 3 guns. I want to give you my initial impressions on those 3 guns, tell you about something sad that just happened a few minutes ago, and then tell you the story from the range. So let's talk about the sad stuff first, okay? I just dropped my camera. My nice Sony, I think it's called the VZ1, which is like this YouTube vlogging camera that they make. It's been with me for a while. I think it's okay, but I dropped it. I was getting it out of this bag here, and normally I put it inside of a little pouch, and I didn't do it that time. And when I opened it up, the flap came open, and it fell on the ground. But I think we're okay. Oh, I hope we're okay. I'll have to do a test run with it tomorrow. But I turned it on. It can still focus on everything. Everything seems to be fine. It's gotten beaten up over the years because, especially at the range, when I'm shooting, sometimes cartridges will come back as they eject from firearms and hit the camera. It might be time to start saving up for a new camera. Maybe. I don't know. Looking at it now, everything seems to be fine on it. I shake it. I don't hear anything loose. But anyway, I'm a little bit sad about that. But I hate things. I always take care of my stuff. Always take care of my stuff. And I'm always careful. Okay, so that's the sadness, but I think we're okay. Let's talk about the range story. Now, before we get into the guns that I shot, because I had a great time at the range today with these 3 guns. But I was there, and this gentleman came in. I'd never seen him there before, and he's obviously a member there that has the 24-hour biometric access. I'm shooting there. He comes in, and he looks at me and goes, "Are you the Texas Gun Vault?" I'm like, yeah, I'm the Texas Gun Vault. He introduced himself, and then he goes, "I work for Fowler Industries." I was like, oh God, oh no. Because if you guys remember, I reviewed a Fowler Industries 2011 pistol that is D's. He's led a bunch of guns to the channel, and it was a 2011 style pistol, and I just did not shoot that gun well. I mean, it was not a good experience for me. It shot okay, I guess, in the long run. And eventually I got a comment on my range report on that. It was kind of mean, like, go get training. And it was from Fowler Industries. And I guess I kind of lost it. You guys remember when I talked about it here on this channel. And when I did one of those mean comments of the week thing. And but then they reached out later and apologized and that kind of thing. And I know that they're a company that used to be in California and moved here to Texas. And this guy was not the guy that had responded to me or my channel, but he recognized me. And he was super nice. And, we talked about that gun, some changes that they've made, why they thought it was a particular example that I was reviewing and so forth. It was good. But it was kind of weird. He recognized me, and then it was from Fowler Industries. I'm like, oh gosh. Oh man. I was like, oh boy. I don't like awkward social things. But no, he was super nice. We had a great chat about guns. So it's just kind of a weird how it's a small world. Here I am at a gun range at 11 o'clock at night by myself. Some guy walks in, and he's working for a company, which is pretty small, on a gun that I reviewed and had some, a little bit of online drama with, I guess. So it was anyway, the way it goes. It was really cool though. He was a super nice guy. I got to see the new Fowler Industries pistol that they're coming out with, or I guess the kind of the version 2 or whatever the current version is that they're coming out with, which is supposed to be a lot better than the one that they had. And that was cool. He was there to do some testing for them, and I saw him do that. So, but let's talk about the 3 guns I took to the range. And this is a great one to come back and tell you about because I've had some problems in the past, with different people's guns, and sometimes I hate it. It always seems to kind of go in waves where I'll go to the range and I'll take 2 or 3 guns, and my experience with all 2 or 3 of them is like miserable. This one is a grand slam home run. I think this is my second range trip in a row. But let's go over the guns that I shot, and I'll talk about them in the order I shot them in. The first gun that I shot tonight is kind of a range report revisit on a Ruger PC carbine chambered in 9mm. And this is the takedown version. And here it is. And I'm going to say something I don't think I have ever said with any kind of initial thoughts on a gun. I can't miss with this gun. This thing is crazy accurate and easy to shoot. In fact, there was a couple times that I shot, I felt like, oh, I pulled that one. I know I meant, nope. It was amazing. Now, I remember when I did my first review on this, I liked it. Now, this is one of the guns that I reviewed that I didn't save the review of. And when I had to restart my channel, I just didn't have it. So I had to remake it. So I reached out to Jack, number one. I said, hey, I think you were the person I borrowed this from. May I borrow it again? And he said, of course. And, of course, I think I'm a better reviewer now, and I think I'm a better shot. This shot well originally, and I liked it. And I said I'm very surprised I liked it because it has a more traditional stock. I'm a more tactical guy. I mean, it looks pretty tactical, but it's not my style. But it is a PCC, my favorite style of gun, though. And holy moly, is this thing awesome. It's way more fun than I remember. PCC, pistol caliber carbine, I love that. And I couldn't miss with this thing. I mean, I couldn't miss. This thing was awesome. Grand Slam, home run. For what it is, I mean, I'm going to have a couple of gripes, okay? And I'll tell you what those gripes are. And they're super small. They're super small, but you may like them. Obviously, I wish it was more of a traditional, like a pistol grip style gun. But I understand why it's this way. This would be a great backpacking gun. The magazine release I like is on the left-hand side, but I actually find it's kind of hard to get in and out quickly. Maybe it would just be some training issues. And I say that, people say, go get training. But I mean training from just shooting the gun because the manual of arms is a little bit different. I like how Jack has this set up to charge from the left instead of the right, but I think that's reversible. I think the mag catch might be reversible too. So depending if you're a righty or lefty, you could really change this to your needs. But I really like the way he has it set up. And it was just a little bit slow on the mag change. And the trigger, this is weird. The trigger is long and a little bit mushy and heavy, but it does not translate to a bad shooting experience. I can't shoot this gun as fast. Okay, and that's where the heavier, longer trigger pull, I think, comes into play. I can't shoot this gun fast. It's more of like a da-da-da-da-da-da-da, about the fastest I can go. But the gun is crazy accurate. And normally, a heavier trigger, longer trigger pull does not translate into that. I can't mess with this gun. Awesome experience. It's going to get 4.75 stars or 5 out of 5 stars, depending on how I feel when I look at the range footage. I mean, this thing was awesome, and I'm so glad that I get to review this again. So just an awesome, awesome gun. So I cannot wait to look at the range footage and make the range report revisit on this one. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. All right, now, next gun that I reviewed. So speaking of the 2011s and Fowler Industries that I did not shoot well, people are like, go get training! And then the last gun that I took to the range, in fact, I filmed the range report yesterday on it, and it's going to come out, I can tell you, December the 12th at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's how far ahead I am on videos. It's on the Cabot Guns Insurrection. And that gun, for being as expensive and as supposed to be as precise as it is, it's okay. I mean, I was like, you know, in fact, my range report on it, probably nobody's going to watch to the end because it's 40 minutes. When I put it all together, I had so much to say, and I also had to give all my caveats of, you know, I'm an average gun guy. I shoot averagely, and then I talked about my thoughts on Cabot, and just the whole range report turned into a 40-minute thing. It's like a nut and fancy video. Okay, I don't think anyone's going to watch it to the end, but it is what it is. I put it out there, and maybe they'll watch it. But anyway, I don't shoot that gun as well as I would like. It was okay. It was good. And 2011 pistols, I typically do not shoot well. Well, I took a 2011 pistol to the range today, and this one is D's. One of his new guns, and he let me do I think the first shots on this thing. So what we have here is a Staccato XL, and it has what's called the island barrel. And as you can see, what would normally be the top part of the slide is up here. The sight is on that, and this thing is awesome. This is the most accurate 2011 pistol I've ever fired. You know, I tell you guys, some guns make me look like a better shot than I actually am, and some guns make me look terrible. This gun is amazing. In fact, I even used this gun in the Cabot Insurrection review because I wanted to show the two triggers side by side, because I was very disappointed in the Cabot trigger for what it's supposed to be. They claim it's 3.5 pounds. It measures at almost 4. This trigger has such a great take up, break, reset, and it's at about 2.5 pounds, which is what I would want for a competition gun like this. This gun doesn't have a comp, but it's super light recoil. This gun is, I'm not really sure what the price point is on it, but I know it's nowhere near what the Cabot Guns Insurrection is. And this gun outshoots that. This is the most incredible 2011 pistol I've ever shot. And it's balanced, it's accurate, amazing trigger. I didn't, because it's a 2011, I was like, yeah, I'll go to the range and kind of like it, I guess, and shoot it okay. Yeah, this thing's awesome. This thing's awesome. And I'm not a big fan of the acro on this, though, the Aimpoint acro. I kind of think maybe a different red dot, an SRO, might be a better fit for this pistol. I like the bigger windows. And this one's kind of small. I'd like to shoot it too with the iron sights, with no optic at some point. And I normally don't go oogly googly over race guns and competition guns. This thing is awesome. And this is going to be one of those reviews that I'm going to have to tell people that if you think I need to go get training, and because I suck, well, you need to watch me shoot this pistol. I mean, I think D had said he hadn't even sighted it in. Like this dot wasn't even zeroed. And the first shots at like 7 or 10 yards was a group like that. Yeah, it wasn't perfectly in the center. It just grouped so amazingly. And I did just a little bit of adjustment to it. And it's like putting holes through holes. It's crazy. This is a fantastic pistol. And I normally don't come away from a review of a 2011 pistol going, I want one. Because I don't own a 2011 pistol. This one might change my mind. And I'm serious about that. I mean, this is something. And I really feel like Staccato, kind of the originators of the 2011 pistol, they have a true winner here. And this thing beats all of the other boutique top tier brands. I mean, I shoot this better than the Terran Tactical. I shoot this better than the Nighthawk Custom. I shoot this better than the Cabot Guns Insurrection. I shoot it better, of course, than the Fowler Industries and the Masterpiece Arms, which I shot really well and I thought was a great value. This is the best 2011 pistol I've ever shot. It has everything going for it. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. So that's my thoughts on that. Now, the last gun that I reviewed Unfortunately, I didn't shoot it as well as the other two, but it's because of what it is. But I shot it really well for what it is. And you guys know I'm not a good revolver shooter. I'm an okay revolver shooter. And sometimes a bad revolver shooter. This one was okay. And here we go with a Colt Python. And this was a lot of fun, okay? In that, for a revolver, I shot it really well. But compared to a semi-auto, it's nowhere near what I would hope. But I remember the very first time I ever shot a Colt Python. It was a 6-inch barreled version that I eventually ended up owning. And I think I told you, I sold it like 5 or 6 years later for almost double what I bought it for. Because I wanted an HK SP5K. But I remember the very first time I ever shot a Colt Python. And I could not believe that at 10 yards or whatever for me, I put, a group like that. This gun groups almost like that when I'm taking my time. Double action is really smooth, and I actually shoot it pretty good in double action. At a long distance, I'm very good with it. The only distance I really struggled with was like 15 yards. 7 yards, pretty good. Pretty good, I would say probably 2.5, 3-inch group. But at 7 yards, both with 38 Special and 357 Magnum, the group was like that. I was so disappointed, and I was like, man, when I go out to the 25 yards, I'm going to embarrass myself. And then when I brought that target back in, it was like this at 25 yards. So I don't know why I struggled at that one particular distance. Double action was smooth and good. About that big, 10 yards. And I did not do my typical, I want to shoot it fast stuff. Because this is a Colt Python, and I know that the mechanics of it can be a little bit delicate, and I would not want to damage it. So I didn't do all the tests that I normally do. I would say that for a revolver, I'm pretty darn good with it. I shot the Colt Diamondback, the 1 in 22 long rifle, better than this. Way better than this. But this one was pretty nice. It's pretty nice. So, yeah, that's what I discovered about this. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And it handles for a 4-inch barrel. I guess it's a 4-inch barrel. It's 4-inch or 3-inch. I don't know. I think it's a 4-inch. 357 pretty well. Pretty well. 38 Special is a breeze in this thing. But believe it or not, I shot 357 Magnum better in this. It grouped tighter than 38 Special. And I do like the Colt grip angle. And I feel like Colts in my hand, when it comes to revolvers, are better than Smith & Wessons. Sometimes the Smith & Wessons, especially the ones with the round butt, they just don't fit my hand well. But this one fits my hand pretty darn well. I don't know the year of manufacture on this. I'll have to go check. I don't know. I would probably say late 70s, early 80s. But it has that beautiful royal blue finish. And I never understood why Colt, when they were making the Snake series revolvers, the Diamondback, the Python, the Cobra, the Anaconda, why they only made the Python at this level, where you had the royal blue finish and it was all hand fit. I really feel like they missed the boat. They could have done the same thing with the Diamondback and the Anaconda. And those guns would be just as sought after, just as valuable as the Python is. But for some reason, they wanted this to be their top tier, when I think they should have done it to all the guns in the lineup. And they should have made the Colt Trooper, which I guess was kind of a lower end version of this. Okay, make that one where it's not as high quality. Make the Detective Special and the Agent, which were one's more designed for law enforcement. Okay, don't finish those in the royal blue. But make the Python, the Anaconda, the Diamondback, and the Cobra, make those special. All of them should have been a special and finished this way. But only the Python was. But such a beautiful, beautiful piece of gun art. So anyway, that was my night at the range, and shot everything pretty well. I'm pretty darn happy with it. And these are going to be some great range reports for me to work on this week. So that's what I got going on. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you what's happening here in the garage. I think you guys get 2 videos. I'm going to upload this, go ahead and release it in the middle of the night, so I'm sure you guys will see this whenever you get around to it. But anyway, let me know what you think about any of the guns that I showed off tonight here on the table, and anything I talk about when it comes to my gun stories. I just like to talk guns. So, oh, forgot the word of the day. We already had a word of the day earlier because we already did one video. But I'll give you another word of the video. We're going to say, what's today's word? Well, all these guns were accurate. Accurate is the word of the day because all these guns were awesome. I couldn't miss with them. So now let me know what you think in the comment section below. And thank you for joining me in my garage, even though it is almost 12:45 in the morning. But I don't know when you're watching this. So whenever you're watching this, thanks for joining me. And as always, thanks for watching.